Hi, my beautiful earth signs. Welcome to your reading for the month of April. I hope all is well with you guys. If you have sun, moon, or rising in Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, then this reading will apply for you. So, let's get started. I'm going to put 3 cards down and you can pick your own message to start this reading off. 3 cards for my earth sign, please. I am, by the way, still doing a giveaway this month for a free personal reading. So if you are interested in that, then leave a comment mentioning the free giveaway or the personal reading or anything like that. Then I'll know, and you might be chosen this month if I feel guided to read for you. All right. It is a little bit overwhelming because, honestly, I wish I could read for every single one of you guys. But I'm only one person. Alright, let's get to it. 3 cards, please. 3 cards. Alright. 1, 2, and number 3. I'm using the Goddess Guidance deck. Okay, this card number 1, card number 2, and number 3. If you need a little bit more time, then now is the time to pause the reading. So take your time if you need that. If you have already, chosen one, then I'm gonna get started with the first one. You have be strong. That's your message. Be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Beautiful. All right, some of you might be going through a challenging time at this moment in your life, and you're being asked to really rely on that inner strength to understand and know that you are powerful and strong and resilient, and that there are things to learn and to understand and get to know about yourself. Basically, sometimes we don't know how strong we are until we really are in a situation where we need to fall back on that strength and call it out, basically, and it's within you. So they wanted to let you know that you are stronger than you are, and if you are showing up and channeling that strength, it will assure a happy outcome. So I don't know, maybe some of you might be dealing with some addictions you're overcoming. This could be substances or maybe a person or a way of thinking, a way of coping with emotions or hard situations or anything in that order. They're asking you to be strong, because if you call in that strength within yourself and you believe in that and you rely on that and you stand in that, it will definitely assure a happy outcome for you. So keep on going. Card number 2, you have the arch. The arch? The arts. Alright. Such a beautiful card. I love the whole energy with the swan and the water and the girl. It's beautiful. Express yourself through creative activities. Express yourself through creative activities. Alright, so you're being asked to either release some of that energy and to focus your energy towards something creative. It could be creative writing, painting, making your own jewelry, writing poetry, learning how to play a guitar, because he is playing some sort of a guitar in the picture. But it also could just be making a full mood board, sorry, like a moon board. I like that. Okay, making your own moon boards. The things you want to attract during this new moon cycle that we're starting in April. And because this is the new astrological year, I mean, honestly, if I didn't know that, I thought Mercury was retrograde because my speech. Yeah, we just started a new cycle, and so this first new moon in the sign of Aries in April, which will take place, let me see, because I think I wrote it down. Yeah, it will be on the 12th of April. I'm sorry, I was doubting 12 or 14, but it's on the 12th of April. So that new moon, you can really set some new things in motion for yourself. So use that new moon to attract and manifest some new things for yourself. But this month, really go with your creative energy flow. Whatever it wants to take you on whatever journey, go for it. Don't feel like it instantly has to have all this weight to it. Just do it because you feel like it. And then if you don't like the painting, you can just, recycle it somewhere. It's about creating and making it and not pressing yourself too much on the outcome, All right. Card number 3, you have boundaries. Boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others demanding of your time and your energy. Beautiful. So love yourself enough to say no to others. That's your message for this month. I think it's very clear. I don't need to clarify or go deeper into it. I want you to claim some space for yourself if you feel like you need it. But also, I feel it has a lot to do with entitlement. There might be a person or some situations or people around you that just feel like they are entitled to your space and your energy and your time all the time, and might not be the healthy equal give and take situation anymore that would be the healthiest, basically. So if you need to take some space back and set some healthy boundaries with some people, maybe with yourself, cutting back on certain things and create some space for things you do when you show love to yourself, when you want the best for yourself, when you want to work on becoming best version of yourself, for yourself and for others. So boundaries, the art, and be strong. All right, let's jump into the tarot. I'm very curious of what's coming out for you. Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn for the month of April. What's coming in? There we go. You have the 6 of Wands. Beautiful. 7 of Cups. Queen of Wands. 8 of Swords. All right. We got some real grounding going on. Like you got some things really taking root. All right. That's what I'm hearing. Things are taking root. So roots are growing, things are establishing, things are becoming more fruitful, the abilities, the options are growing. And I feel that sometimes it's really hard to keep the energy high, to keep the positive flow going, to feel like your faith and your belief in yourself and what you're doing, what you're building can sometimes be shaken when everything is happening underneath the soil, right? Like the roots and everything, you have no idea what the extent is, what's happening, unless maybe you're planting something in like a glass bottle or something like that, so you can really see the roots growing. But overall you can't, if you put like a plant in the water, you can really see the roots growing. But the moment you put them in the soil, you're just gonna have to trust that they are adapting and there are keep on growing and evolving. So it's a level of faith and a level of trust, knowing that the time and energy you put into that is enough, right? Like you do as much as you can do. Just because something hasn't showed up, hasn't grown from the soil yet, doesn't mean that you're not providing it with daylight or with water, making sure it's good. All of those things you're doing before you start to see anything coming from the soil. And I think that that's what it is. It is taking place, it is taking root, it is actually evolving and transforming. But you might not have really seen the outcome yet. Not any type of outcome, maybe like any established this, like, okay, this is really decided, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, even though it feels good while I'm doing it. You haven't really seen maybe the results yet, but they are really there. With the Queen of Wands, 6 of Wands, you're going to see some outcomes But for some of you, you are seeing some outcomes and you are seeing some things going good, but you don't feel it. It's like within you, you have these doubts, or you have these feelings of fear, or feeling like it's all just one-sided, you know? And so I feel you still have some mental obstacles to overcome. To really believe in yourself that the things that are showing up for you is because you manifested them. The good things, and maybe something you might perceive as more negative or something. It's like you are doing it. You are starting to really making major steps forward with this whole manifestation part of life. You know, in this chapter in your life. I see that there's this Eight of Swords energy. It's like you're keeping yourself stagnant in something that, I don't know, it might be a way of seeing yourself. It's like you got all the elements, but there's one element missing in order for you to really feel it. Because it's like you have this motivation, you have these things, but then your mind takes over again. It's like, you know, Eight of Swords. Let me see. Beautiful. Wow. Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the beautiful Chariot. So, look what's coming from the soil. It's growing. It's happening. So what I feel with this is that you don't really have anything to really worry about. You got all the things you need within yourself. You got all the tools you might need, you know, around you. But I do feel like you're keeping too much inside. You need to get it out. You know, just do things because you feel like doing them. And that's like Aries season. You know, it's like it's about starting something and trying something. And like I said with the water sign, like really just exploring your options. Just having fun with exploring the options. Because I feel like you're attracting things. Like I'll keep hearing like the manifesting, you bring it in like a magnet. And it's also like you can really bring in people coming towards you. You know, they start to pick up on that energy you're sending out. So I do feel like you might actually get an offer from someone. It might be actually an apology that you were waiting on, and the recognition, or someone who's really expressing that they understand your point of view, and it took some time away to get to that point, but now they are sort of coming with a much more lighter and positive energy towards you, much more open heart space basically. So I feel with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands, it's like, you know, a new beginning can happen, because you're also understanding that life doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful, to be good, you know? As long as you still have things to look forward to and work on and work towards, it's actually part of life. And I feel like your mindset is changing a little bit, and that really does bring in that energy of like, okay, now things are flowing, now things are moving forward. Because it wasn't like it wasn't there, you know? I've been seeing this in readings coming back for you guys, all separately as well. But there was still this mental space that was sort of holding you back. And anything that leaves your life, or, you know, getting taken away from you, maybe that's the way it feels, but it's actually just creating space. There are great things on the certain, like, you know, on the horizon for you guys. I really feel that, like, for you guys, for your earth, like the earth energy is really taking root in this, you know, cycle that we're all in, basically, in this time that we're living in. So the Ace of Wands with the Chariot, you're ready to be successful. You really want to have something you feel proud about and go for. You might actually feel passionate about another person. You really want to take the next step in a relationship, and you're going to go for it. You're no longer going to let your fears for the future or repeating of the past hold you back from actually extending your cup of love, extending and being all in. That's something I'm feeling is shifting. Or it might be vice versa. You might be dealing with somebody. But the Lovers. I really do feel like this strong love, deep connection that's in your energy. It might not be, you know, shown up yet, but for some of you it really is taking a leap of faith on love. And following your heart instead of letting your mind guide you towards the middle ground, you know, the comfort zone. It's like, you know, if I keep this part, then, you know, if it doesn't work out, it's not that bad because I still got this and I got that, you know, I can just move on with my life easily. It takes courage to really say, okay, let's move in, or let's start this business together, or let's change this and merge it together, or something, you know, where you really have to give up part that you perceive as yours and make it, you know, I'm saying it from a perspective, the ours, right? So instead of the I, it's the we. And really going for that is a big change. It's a big shift. And especially if you've been single or independent for a very long time, it's a big step to make. You know, and it's not for everyone as well. Sometimes it's not the right timing. But when you feel like your heart is saying, like, listen, this is really the thing that I feel, I love this person, or I'm ready. But then your mind is like, yeah, but what if? But it's like, I feel ready, but my mind isn't there yet. So really try to have those conversations within yourself. Like, why are you holding yourself back? So, because I do feel like you're ready for a successful story when it comes to love. You're ready to dive into love. For some of you, you're just ready to meet someone and to get back on the dating market, or whatever we call it these days. Yeah, Three of Swords. See, that's after feeling, that's the thing, okay? This new beginning comes with an ending, okay? I don't know, you might have lost somebody, something, or someone. Something made space, but that's what I felt already. It's creating space, and it might hurt, and it might make you confused in the moment, and I feel like this is something in the past, not really still in the future or present, but it is here because you're rising from the ashes like a phoenix. It was supposed to create this space for you. So I do feel like maybe you a past situation or relationship didn't work out, for example, and now you're meeting the right one, and now it's like, oh, now it makes sense. You know, now it does make sense. Looking back on it, yeah, it makes sense. That exactly, transformation. So there is an ending for a new beginning to begin. But it got you, it blessed you as well with this inner strength. Like something inside of you arised, you know, and came out because you needed that level of protection from yourself, or a level of strength. So a situation forced you to you know, call that part of yourself out, and with that you're courageously going forward, taking steps, starting new business, or going in a new direction, making that move, moving in with that person, or taking a step and a chance on love. And like to have that courageous energy, like, I'm just going to try it because I know I got this strength. You know, you can really rely on yourself. So you know how to speak up for yourself. You're learning how to really, you know, if something is really bothering you, it's not about how you say something or what you are asking, it's how. Well, it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. I really am a strong believer in that. I think there's nothing you cannot discuss with anyone, you know, but it really is important the moment you do it, and also definitely how you say something. It's so important. And a lot of times we can come up with all these scenarios in our mind, right? Like what can go wrong, how they can respond, and we cannot control their reactions. The only thing you can do is actually looking over how you want to perceive a message like that, how you would be open and responding to that, but also understanding that you can only control your reactions to that. And create that space for that person, because you might are asking or talking about a topic that might trigger the other person, and you might are really afraid of the triggering. and then the reaction coming from the trigger, and then you're like, okay, you know what, I'm not even gonna ask because I already know how the person's gonna react. But if you need those answers, if you need that conversation, then you need to get the conversation going, and then have that level of, you know, sort of that strength, that protection. Like, I know that the person can overreact, but I also know if I create that space and I create that safe space, they will either storm out of room, but they will come back because they know that my door is open. And then it's that conversation that happens after the blow up and the trigger and la la la, and then they come with that open space. You have to break down the wall, and a lot of people respond like this, you know, when you're trying to break down their walls, or the wall between, you know, the pretending. But the conversation that happens after that happens, and they come in and they know that your door is open because that's the way you responded to their triggering, that conversation is really, really valuable. And that can often bring you the answers and the closure, or the things that you need in order to move forward, in order to trust someone again, because sometimes we have, like, let's say you get like all these text messages and you got them all closed. Like, you know, they have like this blue little thing, like, you know, you still need to open them, but you leave them all open. All the tabs are open, right? And you can go off your phone, but you know those messages are still there. You still need to open them and respond to them. And I think sometimes we have that with so many people in our lives. At one point, it just becomes a pattern. And then you got all these unresolved things that are growing and growing and growing because the resistance to actually bring it up or talk about it or make it resolve it becomes so much bigger. You know, the resistance against it, that it's just all things, and it just starts to affect everything around you. If something is bothering you, create that safe space for yourself. It's like, hey, you know, like when you say this like that, I know you might not mean it that way, but it really makes me feel this way. So I just want to make you aware, and I'm not attacking you in any way, but if I don't make you aware, you also don't know. And then we got this whole thing going on in this, you know, silently. And I want to be open and transparent with you because I think it's important for our bond, for our connection, or whatever, in whatever way, shape, or form you feel comfortable. But it's like if you're not saying anything and someone is doing something constantly for like 20 times after each other, and then the 20th time you're like, I hate it when you do that, the person's gonna blow up because they feel betrayed. They're like, yeah, but you didn't have a problem with the other 19 times I was doing this, you know. So, and then you're like, no, but I didn't really want to hurt your feelings, or I didn't want to say anything, and now I'm saying something. I understand that it makes you mad, but I just feel like I really do want this to change, or I really do want to make you aware. And I understand I should have said something earlier, but I just didn't feel like I could, like, and that's not on you, it's on me, because I was scared to say something because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, or I didn't want you feel weird or whatever. Just communicate, you know. And I think the only reason why I'm going on and on and on about this is because it might stick with some of you, you know, that really need to hear this, because it's not about what you're saying, what you're asking, the topic of it all. Just make sure that how you say it and how you bring it and how you show up with your energy. Because if you not say anything for all those 19 times, you're gonna blow up the 20th time, we all know, and then you get no recognition, no understanding, because they all think you're crazy. Like, why are you blowing up about this? It's nothing new. I don't understand your behavior. You know, you might be on your period, like all of those things, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So breathe. My energy is up high. I feel that is what I'm seeing in this read. And it can happen on many levels, many things. It could also just be a whole new way for you to show up in the world. And you start to see different results. Because you're not out here in the woods with all those, you know, 20 taps that are still open and you still need to respond to. You feel it's just so stuck and stagnant. And sometimes paralyzed because you feel like there's no way out. But I'm seeing that you're out here. You see she's with her sword. She's bringing her sword and her cup of love. So she's bringing something, saying what's on her mind with love, but still speaking her mind, standing strongly in what she believes in with love. So she knows how to protect herself. She's like, you know, because that's also the thing. You know, it's like you're not that person a couple years ago that got hurt or got burned. You're not. You're a new person. You grow, you transform, and yet you still have this same vulnerability when you open up to a new person. Yes, but you're not the same. It's not like you're only coming up. You gained the sword, but still you're capable of love and coming from that place. But you know that you got the strength to say like, hold up, wait a minute now. You know, you do know I got this sword. I mean, I gained this through life experience, so I know how to speak my mind, you know. But if you're coming from love, then we can share a cup, you know. But if you're coming with that sword, I got one of those. You want to play? I got a little trick up my sleeve left and right. You tell me what you want to do. But I think you're making a decision to follow your heart, to live by heart, to take a chance on yourself, take a chance on love, take a chance on new beginning and opening up to that. And I think that's beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's the best thing. Because it's the only way to live in the end of the day. Because all the other sides, you're just surviving, you know. The Hermit. Virgos, you're coming through the tunnel out into the light. We all need a little bit of your energy, Virgo. So I'm hearing the song There's a Limit to Your Love. It's a beautiful song. Maybe should we listen to it? All right. 9 of Cups, exactly. You know what you want, you out and go and get it. And you understand because you learned. You see, to get what you want, well, let's say to get what you need spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, the whole shebang, to feel that level of contentment and happiness, to have all those things aligned, you're gonna need both sometimes. Some people you need to use your sword, with some people you can come with your cup of love or a little bit of both. You know? So, yeah, you're going to have to be vulnerable sometimes. And yeah, you're going to have to put yourself out there. But you also know you're not completely just hopeless putting yourself out there. No, you got some tools left and right that you gained. That's the difference. And that's why you get different results. So sometimes you need to be vulnerable, you know. But that's your strength. That's your strength. Honestly, you have people who had many times like had their heart broken and still they believe in love and still they are romantic and still they open up when they feel like, hey, I am interested in this person or whatever. I think that's the definition of strength. When you still are capable of staying vulnerable in you know, with that. Because it's easy to gain that sword and just only come with that sword. Because it's easy. But it won't really get you anything that comes close to the 9 of Cups. And so if you can't find your own 9 of Cups, you can never really truly feel the 10 coming in. It will always feel like, is this the right one? Maybe not. You know, you can never really choose from the heart. So decisions will be made. You're going to make some decisions this month. That's good. And the first steps are taken. We got, you know, another 11 signs coming up in this new cycle. So you got time. Take your time. Look at this. You got the Magician and the Fool. You are beginning a new journey as a new you, as the evolved, grown version of you. You understand your own power. You understand your own ability to make things happen, to manifest things, to understand that what that holds. And you're jumping into the unknown. You're taking a leap of faith on yourself. I think it's very beautiful. A new journey. The Fool's journey. The journey of the Aries, you know? Journey of the Fool that starts this month. I think it's beautiful. Alright, I'm going to pick up a Work Your Light Oracle. Is it Work Your Light? No, sorry, it's a Starseed Oracle. It's actually from the same author, but an illustrator, but it's the newer deck that I have here. Your life is a canvas. Oh, I like that. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Manifestation, we talked about this. All right, let me get the book. I'm going to read it from the book. Your life is a canvas. Why do I talk like this? Let me see. Ooh, it's the last card from the deck. 1, 3, 4. Here we go. All right, here's your message. I'm going to put the card in this little thingy so you guys can look at it. Is it good like this? I think so. All right. You're an artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and your belief. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifestation power and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start. I'm going to say that one more time. It's never too late to start. Perfect for every season. And no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. Wow, this card is so in alignment with what we said, right? With the cup of love, with love. All right, here we go. If you're not sure what you like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that is good in your life right now. State out loud what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life, and one thing will be certain. You'll find yourself attracting more and more good experience into your world. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Color it with your thoughts and your feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create? How can you express yourself more creatively? All right, that's that card. If that didn't completely bring this whole reading together, I don't know what card would. You know, it's really powerful to get this confirmation with so many different type of messages that can come true from all my oracle cards, and I got a lot, okay? Which I'm really grateful for. You see, it's not that hard. Thank you for all my beautiful cards that I got. And then it just comes together. It's like bringing in, focusing on manifestation, true gratitude, true and open heart, to understand, you know, the creative energy flow as well that came through, and then starting fresh, and it's never too late to begin again. And I think that that's a beautiful way. I will begin again. It's never too late to begin again. So, take your first steps this month. Even if it's just practicing gratitude in the smallest ways. But it's so powerful and it will attract. And I feel that energy is really happening for you guys. Because if you can master your mindset to understand when to use the sword and when to use the cup of love, and also to know what are those things that you still need to bring up, what are the tabs you still need to open and to reply, so you can close them out, swipe them away, and move on and create something beautiful in that place. Because it's all creating, it all is taking space, you know, even if we don't try to think about it. But if we don't get closer, if we don't end things, if we don't open up the tab and respond and swipe it away, it still holds space somewhere, and there could be something way more empowering and beautiful in that space somewhere. So I can ramble along about this for a long time, but I'm not going to take any more of your time. I'm going to, yeah, send you love and light. I really enjoyed this reading with you, my beautiful earth signs. And I hope to see you back soon. I'm working on some new things for my channel, so I hope that you are, subscribed, and so you can see them popping up. And otherwise, I'll see you again another time. All right. I love you so much. Mwah.